Hi, welcome back to HATV, and today Ann and I are excited to have Melody Hord, our specialist in education and training. She's part of our marketing department, and the title of today is 10,000 Steps to Health. Melody, that is a unique title.
Right. But studies have shown that we should try to get 10,000 steps a day into our daily regimen. And so the way we're going to track this is we're going to have a pedometer.
So that little device called the pedometer actually measures how far you go.
It does. Wow. It's a lot of fun. Many people have sedentary jobs. They come in, and it takes them maybe 50 steps to get into their office. And then they sit there until about lunch. They may take another 50 steps to the restroom. And so basically their 10,000 steps are just not happening. But there are many ways to get those in, but you have to be conscientious about it.
So we like watching TV. What can we do while we're watching TV and still be able to add movement?
First of all, I think we could cut the TV to a minimum. Life isn't all about TV. HATV is wonderful, but you wouldn't want to watch it 24/7 now. And so therefore, cut that back. And why not take the family for a little walk and the kids for a little walk? And also, your steps can be measured through perhaps badminton or a game, something like that.
Well, 10,000 steps are a lot of steps. So why don't you just show us what it takes to get 10,000 steps?
I'm going to show you. I'm going to start the crack of dawn. We're going to do it.
Sounds great.
Exercise is so important, and I can get my exercise in through walking throughout the day, and my goal is to get 10,000 steps before this day is over. I got up, I took my dogs outside, we walked all around the yard over and over. I got 400 steps. I've already got 2,141 steps in today. But now it's time to go to work, and I'm going to try to figure out ways to get more steps in throughout the day. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put up my lunch and put up my smoothies for the day. I've got my lunch, put it back here in the refrigerator, and my smoothies. And what we're going to do is throughout the day, come back to the refrigerator. I'll be coming back here periodically through the day, first of all to get my food and my smoothies and the employee carrot juice, but also to get my steps in. I am going to reach that 10,000 marker. I have so much to do today. Got to get to my desk, but I'm going to figure out ways to get these steps in. Oh boy, it's already starting this morning. This is Melody. Oh, wow. Okay, I'll be right over. Thanks. Okay. Oh, me. Already things going crazy next door. But this is a great opportunity to get those steps in. All right. Let's go next door, and this is a great walk. Isn't it great that these two buildings are so far apart? That's going to afford me many more steps. I made sure that I wore my most comfortable shoes today. If I'm going to be walking all day, it better be comfortable. I think I'll get Scott in our juice and smoothie bar to make me a green juice today. I could sure use it. Scott, could you make me one of my favorite juices today? Great, collards, kale, cucumber, celery. That's the one. Thank you. We have a great photographer. I know she'll make those look beautiful. Now let's head back over where my office is, get a few more steps in and get some work done. I wonder how many steps I've gotten in today. 3,304. It's late morning. I'm ready for that green juice. I think I'll go get that now. Well, going back and forth between these buildings, at least 300 steps each way. That's really racking it up. I am so blessed that I get to get up from my seat during the day. Some people have office jobs and they can't. I have a friend, she wore a pedometer. She could barely get 4,500 steps in a whole day because she wasn't allowed to get up from her seat. So getting up a couple minutes here, a couple minutes there, it's going to really add up. I am so glad that I asked Scott to make me that green juice earlier in the day, because about now it's going to help. Scott, got that juice ready? All right. Thanks, Scott. You're the best. All right. Okay, I got to get my carrot juice earlier. That was some walking. Had to go to the mailbox. Had to go talk to the marketing department. Let's see. Had to go to the copy machine. Had to talk to Ann and Paul. Man, I've gotten a lot of steps in today, just running around doing work. You know, I think it's time for lunch. Let me see how I'm doing. Wow. 6,381. I am over halfway there, and it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I think I'm going to make it. So what we'll do is we'll take the trek back next door to the picnic tables and get another at least 300 steps in that way. It's a beautiful day outside. I love to get my vitamin D and sunshine. So when I finish lunch, I may have a little time left to take about a 15-minute walk. And that way I'll make sure that I reach that 10,000 step marker. Wow, I'm getting these steps in. Let me see. Woo! 89:05. I'm so glad I took that extra walk at lunchtime. Well, bye-bye. It's time to go home. Let's see how we did. Woohoo! 9,975 steps. That means by the time I get to my car and get in my house at home, I will have achieved 10,000 steps. So everything after that's gonna be gravy. So why don't you join me and step it up and start walking?
Wow, Melody, are you tired?
I feel better than ever. That's what I found with this. I would walk and I felt so good. I think, I want to find another way to walk, and I want to take my dogs for another walk, and I want to take my husband for another walk. Walking is something anybody can do. It's something, I don't care, young, old, slim, overweight, you can start somewhere. And even if you can't make it 10,000, start progressing. You know, if you're only at 4,000, aim for 6. If you're at 6, aim for 8. Just continue to progress.
I know we really enjoy walking, and it does make us feel better too, doesn't it?
It sure does.
Yeah. So do you have some tips? I know you had a series of tips for how to incorporate more walking steps into somebody's life.
Well, what I've noticed is a lot of us are sedentary. You know, at work, we're on that computer, always on that computer. Get up more. Get up and go get your Barley Max. Get up and get some water. Keep yourself hydrated. It's always good to stretch. So get up, stretch a little bit, you know, walk to a coworker and chat with them, maybe then emailing them every
up the phone
or the email constantly like that. Walk next door and go around the building. Be thinking of how you can get up and move, because actually, do you know that you can be more conscientious at your job if you take small breaks during the day?
It does improve our whole work ability. You look like you had a blast with this, that's for sure.
When you did this, did you find that you created some different ideas that you even never thought of until you were trying to get to that magic 10,000 number? Did you come up?
Well, it was forefront on my mind. I think that was the difference. If I didn't have this pedometer right here on me, I wouldn't have gotten up. For example, one day I went and I walked 15 minutes at lunch. I may have just sat there and taken that 15 minutes. Or, for example, I know that I've got to work till 9:30 one night, and I know that I'm not going to get to walk that night. So what do? I better get up in the morning and walk.
That's right.
I better make it at lunch. I plan ahead, and I get creative, and I keep it always on my mind. And when I do that, I look better. I don't have to be so worried about my weight, and it's something that anybody can do.
Well, that's really great. And we hope that you found some tips today. Next time, take the elevator, or take the stairs instead of the elevator. Find ways to get those extra steps in. This is AM and PM, and we'll see you next time.